Hello, blog readers. I'm here with top employment lawyer Jerry Mattman to discuss the key trends from the newest edition of the Workplace Class Action Report for 2017. Workplace class action filings are predicted to change in 2017 based on our findings, which is why it is number 4 of 6 key trends from 2016. Jerry, how did workplace class action filings compare to prior years?
2016 was a mixed bag. Filings overall were flat. For instance, with ERISA cases, they were slightly down from 6,925 filed in 2015 to the level of 6,530 filed this past year. Employment discrimination cases somewhat went up. That was reflective of the fact that more EEOC charges were filed in the last few years. They actually rose from 11,550 lawsuits in 2015 to 11,593 lawsuits filed last year. But the key headline was in the wage and hour area. For the first time in 16 years, the level of filings was down. In calendar year 2016, there were 8,308 wage and hour actions filed, whereas in 2015, the high water mark over the last 16 years, there were 8,954 lawsuits filed. That was the big headline of the year.
So what was most noteworthy about these numbers?
Well, we kept waiting. When would the wage and hour lawsuit filing binge, when would that wave ever crest? Had it not crested for a full 15 years, but in 2016, for the first time, the numbers came down. I believe it's an aberration and those numbers will go up in 2017. And it's also important to recognize that right now in the federal system, over the last 2 years, it's been the 2 highest years of wage and hour filings ever in the federal court system. And insofar as most wage and hour cases are filed as collective actions or class actions, that means that wage and hour bet the company cases are the predominant type of workplace class action now being litigated in federal courts.
Why are FLSA filings so predominant compared to other employment litigation?
I think it reflects the economic incentives of the plaintiff's bar. First, as our workplace class action statistical study showed, wage and hour class actions get certified at a higher rate than all others. So in essence, plaintiff's lawyers can file these cases and quickly convert them into certified cases, which lead to settlements. So the low barrier to getting class certification compared to other types of workplace class actions, the high percentage of certification orders that then lead to settlements indicates that in essence there are low front-end investments and high back-end yields from these sorts of cases. I think the other area is there's just so many gray areas under the Fair Labor Standards Act that it leads to more lawsuits where these plaintiffs' lawyers are able to exploit these gray areas and file their lawsuits. The other thing is that in terms of an investment, certification can be secured by the plaintiff's lawyer without investing in an expert. Unlike an ERISA class action or an employment discrimination class action where there's a front-end investment of up to $250,000 in securing the services of an expert who will then support the class certification motion that need not be done in the wage and hour area where a few declarations of the named plaintiff and co-workers will suffice. So the economic incentives line up to be pointing towards wage and hour as the place where plaintiffs' lawyers get the most bang for their buck, so to speak, in terms of their investment in cases.
Very interesting. You can learn more about these findings and what is in store for 2017 in the newest edition of the Workplace Class Action Report. Blog readers, stay tuned to our Workplace Class Action blog for more on how 2016's trends will impact litigation in 2017. Thanks for your time, Jerry.
Thank you.